Welcome to the Sauce and Gravy channel. This is Johnny Mac. What could be better than an orange sauce for duck or duck à l'orange? Well, let me show you two sauce for ducks that you can make in minutes and taste amazingly great. We'll start off with a champagne and berry sauce for duck. A perfect sauce for a celebration like Christmas or New Year's. Let's dive in. Grab the duck breast, score it, add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, throw it skin side down into a cool saute pan. Then turn the burner on to medium high heat. Add a little bit of additional salt and pepper to the top side. The goal here is to render out the fats, crispen up the skin, add a little bit of fond or flavor to the bottom of that pan. This usually takes roughly about 10 to 15 minutes over medium heat. If you wanted to cook more duck breasts, you can. I'm just demoing with one. But once the fat's been rendered and the skin nice and crisp, give it a flip and cook it for a couple more minutes on the meaty side. But this sauce for duck recipe, it'll render about 1/4 of a cup. That's roughly about 4 servings. It's a very rich sauce, so a little bit goes a long ways for this champagne and berry sauce for duck. After a minute or two and the duck breast is cooked, take it out, put it into a nice warm place. Now it's time to degrease the pan. Yes, we're going to remove the grease. That duck fat, it is liquid gold. We're going to save it. It's perfect for sauteing or frying. So definitely don't throw it away. Keep it, put it in the refrigerator covered, store it. You can use it to fry up some potatoes, saute some chicken, you name it. And look what's left in that pan. We've got a lot of fond. That's flavor. All those bits and pieces, we're going to build our sauce on top of that. Deglaze the pan with 1/4 of a cup or 63 milliliters of champagne. I'm using extra dry. Drop in 1/4 of a cup or 45 grams of raspberries and blackberries. I've got about 4 raspberries and 3 blackberries. Add 2 sprigs of rosemary and reduce over medium heat until the champagne is pretty much gone. And use that spatula to scrape the bottom of the pan, get that fond up, and to break up some of those berries. And sometimes a spoon works a little bit better on those blackberries. The raspberries, the spatula works well on, but the blueberries, you might need a spoon. After a couple minutes, the champagne, it's reduced down. The raspberry and blackberry and rosemary have infused their flavors. We're ready to move on with some chicken stock. Pour in 1/2 of a cup or 125 milliliters of chicken stock. The burner, it's still over medium heat. Now it's time to add 1/2 of a tablespoon of light brown sugar. That's about 8 grams. This champagne and berry sauce for duck is so much easier to make than a duck à l'orange. You don't have to make a gastrique in an extra pan, so less pans to clean, no zesting or squeezing an orange, and it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes to make this sauce while that duck breast rests. So it's a whole lot quicker, a whole lot easier, and you can make it in minutes. And to top it off, the champagne and berry sauce, the taste, it's perfect for any celebration. It's absolutely spectacular. After about 5 minutes and the liquid's been reduced by half, add 1/2 of a tablespoon or about 18 grams of veal demi-glace. And if you don't have any veal demi-glace, check the description box below. I have a link where you can find some. Grab a spatula or a spoon and mix that demi-glace in. We're still over medium heat. Once it's mixed in, we're almost ready to go. We have a few final touches, but before we go, check it out. Look how thick and delicious this sauce is. Give it a little bit of a taste. Adjust the seasoning, add a dash of pepper, and a little bit of salt to taste. Give it a quick stir. For the final ingredient to round everything out, to give it a little bit of a sweet and sour type taste, 1/2 of a tablespoon or 7 milliliters of apple cider vinegar. Give the sauce for duck a quick whirl, take it off heat, and now it's time to clean up that sauce. Grab a strainer and a small saucepan, as small as you can get. We're going to remove all of the seeds from the raspberries, blackberries, and take out those big chunks of rosemary. And just as a quick reminder, we're off heat. Once everything's been poured into the strainer, it's a very thick and rich sauce. So take that spatula or a spoon and kind of shimmy it around, move it around to get all of the sauce through. Grab a clean spoon, scrape the bottom of the strainer, get every little last drop of this delicious sauce. Check it out. Look how thick and rich this champagne and berry sauce for duck is. So there you go. That's one great tasting festive sauce for duck. That's a whole lot quicker and easier to make than a duck à l'orange. Here we go with how to make a sauce for duck recipe number 2, a pear and cranberry sauce for duck. And just like the previous recipe, start off with the duck breast, score it, season it with a little salt and pepper, and place it into a saute pan that has not been heated. Then crank up that burner to medium heat, add a little bit of salt and pepper to the meaty side, and render that fat down and crispen up the skin. This sauce for duck recipe will render about 1/4 of a cup, that's about 63 milliliters or about 4 servings. I'm demoing this how to make a pear and cranberry sauce for duck with just one duck breast, but you can use as many as you like. After you rendered the fat and crisped up the skin for about 10 to 15 minutes and then cooked it on the other side, the meaty side, for roughly about a minute or two, you can take it off heat, put it into a warm spot while we make the sauce. Begin by degreasing the pan. Yes, that is a thing. Remove all of that duck fat and grease. Save it for later. It's perfect for sauteing vegetables or frying up meats with. And this is a great example of a pan sauce. Look at all those bits and pieces on the bottom of the pan. That's fond, that's flavor that the duck left as it fried in the pan. That'll be the foundation flavor for the sauce for duck recipe. It's time to deglaze the pan with 1/4 of a cup or 63 milliliters of red wine. To this, drop in 1/8 of a cup of cranberries. That's about 12 grams. Make sure that you get all of them. And then add 1/8 of a cup or 22 grams of pears that have been peeled and diced. The burner is over medium heat, and to give this sauce for duck a festive feel, 1/2 teaspoon of allspice. Grab a spoon or a flat-bottom spatula and scrape the bottom and sides of the pan to get all that fond, that flavor from the duck incorporated into the wine. Reduce the wine until it's pretty much all gone. This will remove that alcohol taste. It takes roughly about 2 to 3 minutes. And at the same time, grab that spoon or spatula and smash those pears and those berries to get all of those flavors into the sauce. You'll know that you're ready to move on to the next step whenever you see trails whenever you stir and there are well-pronounced bubbles. At this point, you can add 1/2 cup or 125 milliliters of chicken stock to the pan. Grab a little light brown sugar, 1/2 tablespoon, that's about 8 grams, and drop it on in. Reduce the liquid down by about half. That usually takes about 5 minutes. And unlike the duck à l'orange, it takes no time at all to make this sauce. You can make this sauce in minutes. It's so quick and easy. There's not very many things to throw together. That means less pans to clean in the end. And I don't know about you, but I think I'm allergic to dish soap and sponges. So this pear and cranberry sauce for duck is just what the doctor ordered, and it tastes great. The sauce has been reduced by half. It's time to put in 1/2 tablespoon or 18 grams of Ville demi-glace. If you're wondering where you can find some Ville demi-glace, check the description box below. I've got a link where you can find some. Take a spoon or flat-bottom spatula and quickly incorporate that Ville demi-glace into the sauce. We're still over medium heat. In this sauce for duck recipe, it has that sweet and sour type taste to it. We have a touch of sweetness from the light brown sugar. Now it's time to add a little bit of the sourness, 1/2 tablespoon or 7 milliliters of balsamic vinegar. Mix it in, let it infuse its flavor for a few seconds, and then take it off heat. So check it out. Look how rich and thick this sauce is. Give it a little bit of a taste, adjust the seasoning, add a little bit of salt and a dash of pepper to taste. Give it a little bit of a whirl, and then it's time to clean up the sauce. Grab a strainer and the smallest saucepan that you've got, and we're going to strain out the pear and cranberries. We're going to make this sauce as smooth as possible. The sauce is thick and rich, so use a spoon or a spatula to kind of shimmy it around so it'll filter through. So check it out. It's rich, it's dark, it's thick, it's packed full of flavor. This is a dynamite sauce for duck. Well, thanks for watching the Sauce and Gravy channel. I hope that you enjoyed these 2 recipes on how to make sauces for duck. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button. And if you'd like to learn new sauce and gravy making tips and techniques, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to compare these recipes to a duck à l'orange, check out this next video, and you know what? I'll see you next time.